Hi, I'm Dan Cortopassi. Welcome to my train room. I did a little bit of this in a recent video, but I thought I'd recap and give a better train room update. As you can see, there's actual lights in here now, which is really nice. For several years, I've been working in here with basically portable lights because the original fluorescent lights that were in here really didn't work anymore, and they just made that awful buzzing noise. And I don't really like fluorescent light anyway, especially not for photography. So these are now LEDs. They're color selectable, so I can pick the white temperature. So they're actually the right temperature for video, which is great because I'm using them right now. Also, as you can see, the walls in half the room are painted. If you can look over here, there's some plastic up where the posts are. That's basically the middle of the room. The plan has been to finish half of the room and then move all of the train stuff that's over there over here and then finish the other half, because I have all my boxes that used to be part of the Box of the Month show when we were doing that. We basically ran out of boxes because, you know, there's so many. But we got through most of them. And anyway, they're all sitting over there. So I need to move them over here. And then we can finish the rest of the room. Also, behind the camera, which you can't see, there's actually a roll-up door right now. And we've hired a company to come in and replace that with better, like, people doors that will be more sealed. I'm really trying to get this room sealed up, you know, so that I don't get too many bugs in here and whatnot. Because, you know, there's just, I'm not a big fan of bugs, honestly. Especially spiders. I just don't like them. So I you know, want to keep that to a minimum. And, you know, just also, you know, just keep it sealed up against the weather and all that. One of the things that I did that isn't visible is insulation. When we redid the walls, we insulated all the walls, but the ceiling was still not insulated. And this building actually has an interesting, I think it was expanded and then expanded again, because there's actually like a double ceiling. There's the peaked roof that you see in here, which I think was the original roof of the smaller building that used to be here. And then they made it bigger and they made a bigger roof over it. So there's a crawl space up there that it's not big enough to stand up in, but I can crawl around up there, or, you know, I can hunch over, but it's not very comfortable. I really don't like being up there. So I wanted to get it insulated before it got hot, and I couldn't stand being up there because it's always like 20 degrees hotter up there than it is in here. And it's just, on a hot day, I don't even want to try it. So March actually here in where I am got very hot. And it was like, I thought maybe I'd miss my opportunity because I'd been hoping to get it done over the wintertime, but it didn't happen. So I was getting a little worried. But then, as it turns out, April is like winter part 2. Our weather's crazy these days. So it's been cooler. And so I actually got up there and I was able to roll out a bunch of insulation. So the whole ceiling of this room is now insulated. And what's cool about that is that now the rest of the work that needs to be done in here can be done from the inside. My next project in here is to tackle this beam. Because the room was built, I think, in several stages. Like I said, they made it bigger and then made it bigger again. There's actually 4 beams instead of 1. They're kind of butted end to end. And there was a structural issue with one of them, which is why I ended up adding more posts. But they don't all line up exactly, and the whole thing is kind of ugly. And with some of the other reinforcement work I've had to do in here, it's really, really difficult to make it look nice. So my goal is to just box it in and make a cosmetic beam that covers all of it. So to do that, I started with this little 2x4, this little short piece here, and that's going to be the width of the new beam, or, well, it'd actually be slightly less because I'm going to put some more wood on the outside of that, but that's kind of what I'm shooting for, and that's the bottom of it as well. So I kind of have to work from this now to build the rest of it out. One of the things that I like in here is that there's now a lot of electrical outlets. I probably won't use all of these, but I'm not sure yet where things need to go in terms of, like, you know, where power is going to be required for the layout. So having a lot of outlets is going to be good, because at least I won't have to have too many extension cords. There's even an outlet on this super wide post that is kind of where we took out a wall and had to put in some reinforcement. So that's going to be good as well. There's one on the other side too. In fact, when we got this place, there was a wall here. The wall that we ended up demoing, Nicole and I took it out. But it was like the back 9 or 10 feet of this room was separate. So getting rid of that wall really opened up the space for more layout. And all this over here, these posts that are here, are eventually going to be covered with the backdrop, because this is going to be the center peninsula of the layout here. And so I'll put a backdrop up that's going to wrap the posts, and you won't really see them anymore. But they're, you know, they're obviously necessary to for structural integrity of the building. So you know, just trying to deal with it as I can. But I think it's going to be pretty cool. I rigged up a temporary mount with my laser level so that I can mark the edge of the wood supports that I'm trying to put up, as well as the bottom at the same time. It works on 2 axes at once, so that's pretty handy. So as you can see, some of the cross pieces don't center on the post exactly, and that's because the posts don't actually line up perfectly. This is far from a perfect building, so I'm just trying to make it look as good as I can, and I'm hoping that most people wouldn't be looking up here anyway once the layout's built. So since I'm working by myself, after I got all the horizontal supports in on the bottom, I went ahead and I'm using this little temporary piece of a 2x4 here as a temporary support. And I'm going to put one end of a 2x4 on that and then hold the other one manually while I screw it in. I'm joining the 2x4s end to end using a splice piece, which is another just short scrap of 2x4. This is a lot like the way you would do plywood sub-road bed on your layout, only this is vertical instead of horizontal. I finished the bottom horizontal piece on this side, and I'm starting to add vertical risers. And the idea is eventually I'm going to skin this with probably some thin plywood veneer or something, or maybe individual planks. I'm not quite sure yet. I was thinking plywood, but now I'm thinking, I don't know. We'll see what happens. But in any case, at this point, it's a lot of lather, rinse, repeat until it gets done. When I first started doing this, I wasn't really sure how I was going to connect the vertical pieces to the ceiling. Then I was in the hardware store and I found these brackets which are adjustable to pretty much any angle you want. So it kind of reminded me of the idea that sometimes you have a problem and someone else has already solved it. So it's something that I've encountered in the train hobby as well. You know, sometimes I'll be looking for some part and it turns out somebody already makes it. So, you know, it pays to look around to see if you can find something that you don't have to invent. I hope you enjoyed taking a look at what I'm doing with me. I'm not going to show all the process because it is just going to be a lot of repetition from here on out. And maybe we'll revisit it again when it gets a little more finished looking. One thing I was going to say is I am possibly going to take a little bit of a break from doing videos every week for a while because I really want to hit this room and get it done. And sometimes, you know, the desire to put out content interferes with the desire to actually do the hobby. So I'm going to let the hobby win for a while. I'm still going to be putting out videos. It just might not be every single week. So you'll still, you know, I will do the occasional review and also layout build videos and other stuff that I've got planned and stuff that's on the workbench. So not to worry, but I am just, you know, I really need to give myself some time to do this because I'm really anxious to get the layout going. And it seems so close now so that I really want to get it underway. So anyway, if you like this video, then please like, comment, share, and subscribe. I really appreciate it and it helps the channel. Stay tuned and thanks for watching.